It's on. Okay, Lara, what do you consider selling out to be?
Well, if you as an individual have a goal of what you want to be in the music industry or anything, and you try and get there, but you can't, or you have to change, and like knowing you could be something, and then you try and get there, but then you just give up. That's just selling out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of problems with people changing nowadays is because they get managers and things. So like, if I have an image, like I want to be an opera singer, but if I got a manager now that I was doing acoustic stuff with Scott, they might turn around and be like, but you can't be an opera singer, and I'll be like, well, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, it's turning people from what they want to be into something that's completely different and not them, and the way that they're perceived by the public as well.
Yeah. Do you ever think you've done it yourself?
No.
No?
Like,
okay.
I sing lots of different styles, but I've never not been me. I'm always me. Like, I've never changed who and or what I am because someone doesn't like it. If they don't like it, then that's their problem.
Okay. Do you think you ever would if you got, like, to the big time?
If I got to the big time, no. Because if I've been a certain way and made it, what's the point of changing? Because if I've got big, like being a certain way, then people are clearly enjoying what I'm doing because they're the ones that have supported you and made you get to the big time, you know? But if you get to the big time and then change, it's a risk. Some people do it and it works out fine, but some people do it and then suddenly that's it. That's the end of everything.
Yeah. Well, what if your record company was like, just try this out, and if it was experimental and not kind of you have to be like this, like a lot of opera singers are big girls, like Jennifer Hudson, everyone was going on about her, but she's got a banging voice, but everyone was going on about her and how big she is, and everyone always goes on about Beyonce and how they've all got to be skinny, and why do you need to be like that? No, you don't have to change. Like, I mean, if anyone ever said to me, like, if it was experimental and it wasn't more, and it was more music based than appearance based, then yeah, I'd go with it. But at the end of it all, I still want to do what I want to do. I am the only person that knows exactly what I want to do, and why does anyone need to change for that? Well, what if they turned around and said, like, you do this or we don't want you anymore? Do you think you'd walk away, or would you like try and compromise, or just completely say no?
In all honesty, I would like to say that I'd walk away, and I think a lot of people would like to say that they'd walk away. But of course, you're in that industry, you're going to try and make a compromise wherever possible to stay in that industry. But I think if it got to the extreme, I would, you're still going to have status, and it's still going to be known that you've left because they've been trying to make you do something that's not you, you know? So I think either way it could work out beneficially.
I guess it's different if, like, say you're not that well known. If you walked away, you'd probably not get anything else. But if you were quite big, you could walk away and go somewhere else.
Yeah, definitely. If
so,
you were very famous, and you didn't want to be a real record label anymore, then there's going to be. And if you were like a big time, like Lady Gaga, if you were someone like her and she walked away, how many people would be begging for her? Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's weird though. It's sad though, because so many people, so many artists, when they don't get scouted and stuff, are amazing and they're so individual and unique. And then as they progress through the stages of getting bigger and going through different record labels and getting, what they're called, endorsements, etc., they end up changing into something completely different, not only as musicians, but as a person as well. Because you're going to have to go through so many different processes, and you're going to have to do so many different performances that are completely just out of everything that they've ever done before. Is
You know, because you can go from doing gigs at like a pub to suddenly playing the O2 Arena. That's like a massive difference.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And what do you think about shows like X Factor and that changing people?
When I first started watching the X Factor, I thought it was a good idea, but obviously, the difference that you get from when they first audition to the live shows is ridiculous, because you have to look a certain way, you have to act a certain way. Like, they completely change your personality, they change the way you think.
And they choose your songs.
Yeah, which is wrong, actually, because a lot of they make out that they know a lot about, like, the judges make out that they probably do know a lot about the music industry and stuff. However, as an individual performer, you are going to know what suits your voice best. You are going to know how to sing things correctly. I mean, yeah, they're probably picking the songs to try and push them. Like, I remember one time there was a guy that was I think it was a girl actually, and she was really good at singing jazz and bluesy stuff, and they made her sing like a proper, like, I think it was a Queen song actually. I'm not sure. Either that or I can't remember. But like, I mean, yeah, you want to get a good, like, variety of different styles that you can sing, but you don't want to be pushed out of your comfort zone so much that it makes you fail. You need to be pushed, but you need to do it yourself. You need to be the one that, like, if I was going to go up there and sing, I'd be doing opera, and I know that I'd be doing opera or acoustic stuff with Scott. But they, like, if they made me try and still sing jazz and stuff, I'd do it, because I'm lucky in the respect that I can, but I can, if that makes sense. That sounded
You're
horrible.
capable. You can adapt to sing different things.
But like, it's unfair when you get people that are specifically like opera singers or gospel singers or just do acoustic stuff, and they try and make them sing like these massive powerful ballads. It's like having Birdie on there and making her sing like something crazy, you know, like Led Zeppelin.
It's like, even when they get to choose your songs, they make the public think like that's the kind of thing you'd be doing. So then they vote differently, because that's what they think they're going to be doing if they win or get signed. Because, you know, even second places get signed and stuff like that. But it completely changes the public's view on people because of the music, and that's the judge's fault.
And the way they dress, and the way that they're talked about, and like the media then get involved, and then everything changes about the way each individual is perceived, like everything, like where they come from, like everyone ends up knowing everything about them, where they come from, their family, their background, like, and then people start making up sub stories to get on the X Factor, like, oh, my hamster died last week, I need to get on here, like, you know.
So even that is an example of selling out, because they've got to use that
to get famous.
They can't like just use their talent to get on there. They've got to
use a
try something else.
Story.
Like, even if, like, this is why I like The Voice, because they don't see the person before they sing, and X Factor's a massive judge on looks.
That's one of the problems with X Factor, because a lot of people go on there who are good looking people, but they have average voices. But because they're good looking, they'll get put through, whereas you'll get someone that has an average voice as well, but may not be as good looking, but they'll get turned away. And then you'll get people that are like absolutely amazing, but because they don't look as good, then they get turned away as well. You've got to look good, and you've got to be incredible. And it's so judgmental, but I agree, The Voice is better. But even then, as you get through that, they still change you. They still change you. So, yeah.
Anything else you want to say? No? Well, that's it.